began giving to my church family because one, my parents taught me that that was important, and also through my own reading the Bible, I realized that it was biblical to give to the church because God instructs us to.
I give to my church family because it's a commandment, first of all. Secondly, because I feel like it benefits my family and it benefits the church.
The reason I tithe each month is because it's really just a prompting that I feel from the Spirit. This is something I feel like I need to do. And it wasn't really until I first came to college that I realized the importance of giving.
Well, I give to the church because it's what Christ called me to do, give my 10%. And what started me on that was my parents. From a very young age, like ever since I've been getting an allowance, they've been like, you take out 10% and give it to the church.
I think that giving money to the church is the best way to use my money because there's really nothing else that can match to what the church does for people.
I give to my church family because even though I might think my plans for my money are good, God is able to do so much more with my money through His church than anything I could ever hope to accomplish.
One of the main reasons why I began giving to the church is I was blessed with examples in my life, godly examples in my life that really instilled the importance of giving to the church. I had godly examples. I can remember my grandparents, my mother and my father really instilling that in me as a young child, and seeing how they followed through with God's calling just really showed me the importance of what God calls us to do. And then as I grew up and married my wife, we both had that same example when we were young, and so we were able to take that example that was given to us, follow what God has called us to do, and continue to do that as we grew together and were married. So,
what prompted me to continue giving to God through the church is that's the church home that I was raised in, or the family home I was raised in. My parents brought me up tithing, and they taught me, when I would get $1 for an allowance, they taught me to give 10 cents to the church, and that was the way I was raised, and it was the way I was trained. The only reason why I'm paid is for the talents that He's given me, and so it is only appropriate for me to be able to give to the church home so that we can continue to do His work.